Hello, everybody. Tracy Ackler back with another edition of Roadshow Roundup. I'm pumped to be here, as I always am, because I'm joined by hobby greatness all around me. We have Cody Krim right there, top middle, Texas Roadshow, Mansfield, Texas. We have the Channels brothers, Ryan, Curry Vault, Justin, Game Use Cards from the California Roadshow. More on the California Roadshow later. Bottom left, Trey Huntsman, the granddaddy of us all, kind of. Runs the Kentucky Roadshow in Lexington, Kentucky, and then Kevin Kulikowski, the golden-toned New York Roadshow maestro from Bronxville, or his shop will be in Bronxville, New York, and we're excited to be back again. A lot of stuff going on this week. So me and the Channels brothers, along with Jimmy and Brian from RoadshowBreaks, are in Sonoma, California, Napa, California right now, checking out California. We came to LA early in the week for the Topps premiere party for the release of Series 1. Ended up at a Warriors game last night, pretty close to the action. Went to the Roadshow, the Cali Roadshow destination spot today, and now we all come together. But first, let's show a little bit of highlight from what the Tuesday night Topps premiere party was all about.
We are so excited to be with you here tonight. My name is Emily Bless, and on behalf of the entire Topps team, welcome to LA. We are here to celebrate the launch of the 2022 Topps Series 1.
Cool event. A lot of Topps Series 1 packs busted. Cubs Hall of Famer Ryan Sandberg in the house. Topps Director of Product Development Clay Lasky, Emily Kless. The whole team was there. Got to talk to Clay Lasky and Jeremy Fullerton. I got to meet Emily Kless for the first time. Kevin O'Neill, we all know and love. I got to talk to him, and it was cool, but a good night. And the thing that I wanted to bring up for you guys is, like, the hobby people make so much of big time releases like NT or Flawless, Immaculate, Impeccable, Sterling, or whatever. But how many times do we truly really celebrate the release of a product like Topps Series 1?
Series 1 and when Series 2 comes out, when update comes out, but more so Series 1 is really at the core of it a low-end release. And not using low-end disrespectfully, using low-end as a price point, right? It is an entry-level release. And the fact that you see big timers in the hobby who normally are the ones ripping cases of National Treasures, ripping cases of Immaculate, appreciating Series 1 is like kind of cool, but kind of confusing, but like it's awesome because really at the core of it, it's celebrating cards and really baseball, because in most instances it leads right into or is right around the time of pitchers and catchers, and it sort of drums up the excitement for the next season. We're in a bit of a different situation now, but it's like baseball's coming out party every year.
Yeah.
I also think that aside from it being a low-end product, which Trey, you can speak on this a little bit, it's very important for our card shop to have $100 box of cards on the shelf, or $115 or $125, whatever we have priced at. But it's really good to have that because you don't want to cater too much to the people that only rip Impeccable, Immaculate, Treasures, etc. And at the core, if you pack that out or whatever, it gives kids a chance to rip something that they may not typically be able to rip, and it also gives people that may not be as fortunate to rip a $5,000 box of Treasures, a hobby box. And I was talking to Kevin. I really believe this. I think that in the market, with how the market is right now, that Series 1 this year release is probably one of the best ROIs from a opening perspective as you're going to have on the market. And you look at what previous year's products have done: 18 update, 19 series 2, 2020 series 1. You look at where those wax prices are now, it's absolutely incredible. I mean, you're talking 5 figures for 2018 update. Obviously, that's a Soto and a Cunha rookie class, but all the others have gone up tremendously in the past few years too. So I think that with having one of the best rookies in Wander Franco in that product, you can pull SPs, SSPs, you can pull autos. RBI crew Ryan Bannister had a customer pull a Trout 101 patch auto from it in his shop just the other day. So I think that from a lot of different perspectives, it really is a great product and really a great way to get baseball season typically kicked off. Obviously, we're in a lockout right now, but typically I think it's a great way to start the season off.
So Tracy, I want to ask you, for the folks, like many of the people in the hobby are not able to attend that Topps event, right? It is more of an industry event, and the footage you provided was awesome and sort of gives folks a glimpse of it. But like, would you mind running us through a little bit, just sort of like, is it more of a networking event? Is it more of a like what was the program like, soup to nuts?
Yeah.
Of how the night went.
Yeah, I mean, it was not. It was a really hats off to Topps, first of all, for taking the initiative to celebrate a product that's not. It's kind of entry level mainstream product. Pulled out all the stops, so it was a real laid back kind of party casual vibe. A lot of rubbing elbows, just talking, and for me as a member of Roadshow, and for even some members of the Roadshow team, a lot of it is networking, introducing or reintroducing, putting faces with names of all the Topps folks, but also talking to distributors, talking to fellow hobby shops, talking to breakers, other breakers, and just becoming more familiar with each other, getting reacquainted. The guys from Loop were there. We talked to them. But pretty laid back vibe. Brittany Palmer was there, and by the time I could go pick my jaw up off the floor and attempt to go talk to her, she was gone. So I didn't get to talk to her, but just her kind of hanging out with her friends. And our guy, Trey's guy, Scott Hansen, was there. And he brought some shirts to the Topps folks that had his monogram sleeve because they're going to put him in Allen and Ginter. I thought that was pretty cool. But just really laid back, conversational, casual. They had some nice finger foods. They had a buffet that you could go pick some stuff up at. They had some pretty cool door prizes, silver packs, and a lot of ripping of Series 1. And then obviously having Ryan Sandberg rip the ceremonial first pack, and to hear him talk about what his early Topps cards meant to him and the stories he shared about his hairstyle and playing third base at the time, and was really cool and brought a new level of depth to what you might just think is a photo card. But it was a great event. We had a blast. I know Jimmy and Brian had fun, and I had fun, and it was really kind of kicked off our California swing of this particular trip. So it was a blast. And that's a long-winded way of me asking Trey, from your perspective, how has Series 1 done in the shop this week?
It's been awesome in terms of big pulls, amount that people have come in and ripped. And I would agree totally with Cody and Kevin. It's actually been interesting. I think that I may have sold 1 or 2 packs to kids that have come in here recently. Panini Kids Crates have definitely taken a lot of the eyes lately. Those things have been awesome. Kids are coming in, bringing like stacks of cards to trade for it and everything. It's awesome. But the number of adults that are doing it and just having a blast ripping it in shop, and they'll come back in, look what I pulled, can I trade this for another box? And it's kind of the first time in the last couple of years with Topps Series 1 that I have people that actually have pulled something that it can trade for another box, like those new home field advantage inserts that look absolutely awesome. The legendary ones are like 1 in like 15,000 packs.
Wow.
So if you hit one of those things are huge. But it's been awesome. We had the super short print Wander get pulled in shop, which was awesome. That was really cool. And a friend of mine, Austin Kearns, who played for the Reds and the Nationals and a bunch of places, light years ago, me and him actually used to do a podcast together, but he comes in the shop here and he bought 2 boxes of Series 1 to open with his son. So it's something that across all borders, it kind of transcends it. I saw people that on Twitter, I didn't even know collected cards ripping Series 1. They're like, this is how I start baseball season every year. So it's been a lot of fun. It's one of those weeks in shop that's really cool because you have so many people coming in looking forward to something and ripping it and just having fun. And it's kind of like that true sense of trading cards a little bit, that real enjoyment, looking forward to it every spring. Plus, it's been like 65 degrees here. So it's actually felt like the beginning of spring. So that's been nice.
That's a great recap of Tops. And I know that Tops will continue to do well. So we went from the Tops event Tuesday. We made the trip, I guess, more north to Sacramento. Flew into Sacramento, me, Jimmy, and Brian, Phil Moore from RoadshowBreaks. And we hooked up with the Channels brothers to check out the Cali Roadshow site. But we took a detour last night, which was Wednesday night. Channels brothers, do you want to educate viewers and listeners on what that field trip entailed?
Yeah, so that was so last night we went to Warriors game to the Chase Center. We went and we were lucky enough to we had one courtside seat, so we all just kind of played like Tracy said, musical chairs. And so I got to sit there during the first quarter. And then at the very end of the fourth quarter, and then it was like, Justin was there in the third quarter, Jimmy and Tracy were in the second quarter and the third quarter. Like it was just kind of all over the place. We were switching, and it was cool. And just like Justin and I, trying to just build a relationship with Steph Curry, just seeing him again and having him point to us in the crowd.
Yeah.
I mean,
Wow.
When you've been a fan and when seeing someone at games for as long as we have, it's like eventually they're gonna notice you and just say so now it's just it's gotten to a point where we say what's up to him and we had a great time. And Jimmy, my favorite part of the whole thing yesterday was when an opponent was shooting free throws and Curry looks over at me and Jimmy and just gives us one of these, and I go, yes sir, let's get it, Steph. And he just smiles and nods his head. And the whole night was just full of amazing memories. And it was we got some cool swag. So I bought an all-star jersey. Just a super fun time and great team building, team bonding, and memories that'll last forever.
He's forgetting to add at the start of the game, we went to the area where the players run in and out, and we ran into Steph Curry. We knew where he was going to be, so we were standing there, and he comes over after, and he recognized us from the Edgewood Tahoe tournament, which we've been going to for 7 years now, and he's there every year. So we talk to him every year up there, and he sees it and he goes, hey, my Tahoe boys, and then dabs us up and was like, hey, how's that business you guys are working on? So he knew about the Roadshow, and we're like, oh, Steph, we're opening in a month and a half. We told him how we chased him around for the record breaker earlier or late last year, and he's like, I swear, y'all are so crafty. This whole thing was it was really cool, and then signed a couple of autographs for us, and it was a good time.
I will say the Channels brothers are fanatical about autograph seeking, but they do it. They're a little bit more professional, and they care a little more, and that they don't just ask for autographs. They give players gift cards to their favorite restaurants in return and things like that. It's kind of cool refreshing to see that the players tend to appreciate that from the Channels brothers more than they do from other people who just ask and ask and ask and don't give anything back. It's pretty cool.
Have you guys seen when they gave Kim Kardashian the free gym membership?
No. Oh no.
That's what immediately just popped into my mind. There is a famous GIF with like Kim Kardashian receiving a free gym membership and being like, okay.
Yeah.
And I totally imagine like the Channels brothers being like, here, Steph Curry, here's a $10 Chipotle gift card.
They go up to Draymond and it's like, here's $25 to Arby's. Get
Right.
your number 4 on us.
It's just like, we have the meats. Here you go. Like, I appreciate that. I really do. I didn't know that it was that deep.
Yeah.
So it was a historic night for us personally. The Warriors, Steph almost pulled off a dagger at the game buzzer, but there was still 4 seconds left, and the Nuggets found a way to get it done, but it didn't ruin a great night. And then we spent today, Thursday, checking out California, but I want to go back to Cody because both Cody and the Channels brothers have a lot going on in their shops right now, like getting them ready to open. So Cody, kind of give us an update on what's happening.
Yeah, so we've kind of gone over it before, but all of our contractors seem to just keep telling us, hey, when we start and officially get the go-ahead, it's just going to be flying. And, this was really like the first – they had been in before. Like they had put like AC stuff on the roof and done some prep work to get things going. But as far as like tangible things you could see happening, this week was really just the first time that you could really see any of that. And I was trying to think of everything that's been done, but basically they dropped an AC unit in that's like a 2-ton AC unit or something like that. Ran all the duct work for it. They have dug like a 4-foot deep hole, kind of back towards the back where the bathroom's going to be for like plumbing for sinks and toilets and everything. And now they're working on running electric through the walls and stuff. Today, a lot of the framing stuff got delivered. You'll see a picture of that. Be sure following us on Roadshow Cards, Twitter, and Instagram, and all of our other Instagram handles that you'll see right here somewhere. But they delivered like a huge truck full of supplies to frame up the bathroom, the office, and all the different areas and rooms in the shop. So a lot of progress literally just in the past 3 or 4 days. So super pumped. It seems like every time something new happens, it just seems to get me that much more excited to opening. I guess that much more excited to see Trey for a week in Lexington at some point coming up. And then obviously the excitement of opening. So I mean, it's been an experience and definitely something I've never really worked with, but I'm glad I have that experience now. And now it's just time to get walls up and get open. So
Cody, that's the happiest I've seen you on 4 episodes of this podcast. Side note.
Oh yeah. No,
he didn't even show up to the last one. So
yeah.
Oh, true. He's only been on 3.
That's
You're right.
true. You know what I love about Walk-In Wednesday the most? See, like obviously Trey's will be similar and it will lead off every time because it needs to, but in both the California and Texas, you can see noticeable changes from the last Walk-In Wednesday. And at some point soon, Kev, I'm assuming we're going to notice detectable changes in the New York Walk-In as well, right?
Yes. So mine's a brief update this week. But then I'm also going to tease something too, which we got sign off on. So the pod will hear it first. Everything got greenlit by the town, so that's exciting. I talked to the contractor today. We are handling some final paperwork tomorrow, and they're waiting to hear back when they get a green light to start. So we should be. I call it breaking ground, but it's not really breaking ground. We'll be breaking ground soon. But the other cool thing, which is going to be one of the highlights for me of the shop, is we have teamed up with I'll call him famous. He's famous, a New York artist who has previously done sketch cards for Topps. He's done, athletes, Star Wars, the whole nine. And he does the whole Comic-Con scene and everything like that. We have commissioned him to do a gigantic mural for the shop. And it's going to be paying homage to New York sports in a very unique way. So we'll have more details on that as it comes. But we have agreed upon his commission rate. We have sent him some money, and we are ready to get the ball rolling on that one. So we'll see a mock-up of that in 2 to 3 weeks, he said. So super excited for that.
That is exciting. It's all coming together pretty quick.
So real quick too, I had an update that I forgot. There's going to be something in my shop and the California shop that was greenlit for me, at least in the past week, that I don't think any other shop is going to have in America. Is what I'll say.
Cool. Thanks for sharing with your friends here in New York and Kentucky.
We were greenlit on that today, so we got some big stuff.
There's big stuff brewing.
Stuff brewing.
I'll just find the exit here. Then.
No, because you're gonna have something, Kevin, that no shop in America has as well.
Me.
Exactly right. Exactly right. So we'll spend some time on California. Trey, anything other than new releases and excitement that you need to update on the Kentucky side of things?
We extended our card bar. Or excuse me, not the card bar, the wax wall.
Yeah.
Our shelving and everything, just because as we're getting more wax and more new releases and everything, we're just running out of real estate pretty fast. So if you come into our shop, there's a lot more boxes on the shelf, which is fun, a lot more options and things like that. We're going to have a couple new things probably here in the next couple weeks, just some small behind the scenes things. Headquarters rolling along, which is awesome. Can't wait to do some stuff of that. But like I said last week, we've got some stuff that's going to be coming in the next few months that is going to be awesome and something we're really proud of, and not really going to dive into it a whole lot more, but we're just really excited about a lot of things that are coming up here in the next couple months into the summer. It's going to be a lot of really neat things coming from the Kentucky shop.
Yeah, that's exciting. And I don't know that we've mentioned headquarters, but across the street and just down the road from where the Kentucky Roadshow shop is will be the Roadshow headquarters, which will be kind of where Jimmy goes and David is, and
that's mainly gonna be Jimmy's lair, basically.
Yes, exactly. Right.
It's basically like his fortress of solitude, like his bat cave, whatever you want to call it. It's
his getaway.
Jimmy Mahan head spot.
Yes, and when people come to Lexington to train with Trey or to visit, they have a place to stay because he also has an apartment room or two in there. It's going to be phenomenal.
When Cody comes in July, maybe he'll stay there.
So that's exciting. Stay tuned. We'll detail all these things, a lot of the things that Trey mentioned, referenced. But Justin, Ryan, I saw the California Roadshow shop destination for the first time today. It is an awesome location, awesome neighborhood, and there's a lot of awesome plans being schemed right now. Kind of talk about what we saw today.
Yeah, for sure. So one of the big things we did today was we had a lot of orders that were prepped from our contractor, and a lot of autograph signing from Jimmy. We had some sheetrock and some wall issues that there's 3 options we could take here. Option 1 is this, 2 is this, which one are we going to take? This one costs this much, these kind of things. So we took care of all that stuff. There was like a little, the little piece of the wall that's sticking out that I mentioned last time that we took off. That actually had some pipes behind it. So now it's so then we got to cap those pipes, and now, different things like that. But one of the biggest things was the floor has been ordered. The lights, we have the track lights now. We have the all the plans for what kind of bulbs we're going to use, and like
the wood too for the bar. We selected the wood for the bar today, which is cool. We're doing white oak, which is really we're excited about.
And then the biggest thing was just kind of spitballing more of those ideas, and Cody alluded to this earlier, to differentiate. So yes, you have this, you have the bar, you have this, but what's different? So we really nailed some of that down. And then we even came up with some new ideas, which we'll pitch to the contractor on Monday after we draw up those plans. But the creative juices are really flowing. How did you put it, Hackler? What was your
scheme? California Dreaming.
That's right. So really good to get the crew in here and get the vision, that we all have up here out into a reality now. So
look, I've been around a lot longer than all you guys, maybe put together, and it was an exciting time for me. And it was cool to watch Jimmy's mind work right when he walked in the storefront, and he started, you could tell, like, what about this? What about this? What about this? And then we went 2 doors down to the bakery with the blueprints and started sketching and talking. And shout out to y'all's contractor in California, Allah. That dude is buttoned up, and he had on his computer had like 3D models of what things would look like if you put a table here, light fixture there. The excitement, I think we all share together equally. It's just a good fun time. And we'll have more updates. So one thing that we need to tease, speaking of, you guys are all about teasing stuff that's you're never going to see, blah, 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 which is awesome. We are teasing now. Next week, we're going to be at Culture Collision with the Prism God himself in Atlanta. And Cody and Kevin are going to be there. Kind of talk about what y'all are expecting and what we're kind of unveiling or introducing at that show.
So we're super excited, just because I think this is the first instance with all of the brands being represented. Like New York Roadshow was not a thing at the National last year. So this is actually going to be the first time where there is brand continuity and everybody sort of, while not everybody is there, Roadshow Cards is now officially Roadshow Cards and in place as it is. We're sponsors, which is awesome and exciting with the opportunities that we get for that. We're going to have a nice big area, and, we look forward to meeting everybody, networking. But then another fun thing that we're doing is we are launching our repack, which is going to be exclusive to the Culture Collision for this first run. And the folks at the Roadshow who have put this together have worked tirelessly to make sure that there is value across the board and that nobody walks away from it feeling beat up. And if you guys, any of our loyal listeners, know about my previous endeavors and dip into the repack market, that's a little bit what we can look to expect there. But honestly, it's gonna be awesome. Give it a look. $250 a box if you're in Atlanta. There will be more coming after that. It's super cool. And as we've said when we talked about Culture Collision previously, this is something that's new in the hobby because it's blending a couple of different avenues together with, comic book culture, sneaker culture, and sports cards. So it's going to be super cool. I am playing in a basketball tournament at some point. I don't know what that is, but that's going to be fun. I've been getting shots up at the gym. So
that's really the highlight for Culture Collision is watching you play basketball.
I need to just keep telling myself that I am representing my company here and to be on my best behavior, but that's not what's going to happen. So make sure that the censor button is ready on whoever is editing that footage. And I just, if I foul somebody hard, it was an accident.
Yeah, you play New York rules basketball, man. That's
no blood, no foul.
Yeah, you guys play take it a little bit more serious. Yeah, I know I'm excited about Culture Collision. Excited about spending some time with some members of the team out there. The Roadshow Select Repack will be locked and loaded. David Diamondstein himself will be there with us. I can't wait for that.
We'll have singles coming from the Kentucky Roadshow. I've been pricing all of that. There's some cool new stuff we picked up in the last week that I'll be sending down there with y'all.
We're doing giveaways too for that too, right, Tracy?
Dude, tell me more, bro.
I don't know. You told me about them, so I don't know the.
So what we're doing in the Culture Collision gift bags, the VIP gift bags, you're going to get a nice, awesome, handy dandy Roadshow card sticker that you can put on your phone case, your computer, on your forehead, wherever you want to showcase your Roadshow Cards fandom. And then also we're going to each day come to the Roadshow Cards booth, take a picture with the squad, the Roadshow squad, post it on social, tag it Roadshow Culture, and we're going to pick one winner a day to win a free Roadshow Select repack valued at $250.
Let's go.
Yeah, because that's how we roll. But yeah,
a Roadshow rack right there.
that is a Roadshow rack.
I mean, you've seen how we come with our giveaways, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah.
We
don't mess around.
come correct or don't come at all here.
It's part of the culture.
Yes, it is part of the culture. It's when they collide, it's a culture collision. Look, here's the truth of the matter right now. Unless you guys have anything else, I am in just a few minutes going to have dinner with Mr. and Mrs. Channels, Ryan's and Justin's parents and their sister.
I have to take the future Mrs. Huntsman to Red Robin.
Woo!
Red Robin.
Yum. If you get an autographed David Diamondstein card, it has to be one of our Legends cards. If you get that signed at Culture Collision and post it, I don't know. I'll send something from one of our signings or something.
Trey, you are onto something here. This is going to be one that is for our loyal podcast listeners, right?
And it has to be signed at. It has to be signed. It can't be one that we had already signed.
But yeah, that's a great idea. If you could find David at our show, and he won't be hard to find. We'll let you know who he is, and you get him to sign his Legends card there. We'll take a picture. You guys post it, and I'm going to help Trey with whatever prizing he sends out.
And we have Legends cards available on our site. So if you need one, they are on our site to be mailed out.
We'll also have them purchasable in Atlanta, though.
Yeah.
Okay. I can send some Legends cards down.
Yeah, send some Legends cards to Atlanta.